Thank you.
Big labor instigating this fast food push for higher wages, and it's also behind the pension fights from California to Illinois. So are unions out of control in America? Here to weigh in from the Employment Policies Institute, we've got Michael Saltzman and Fox News liberal commentator Alan Colmes. Thanks for being with us, gentlemen. Michael, let's start with you. I believe you guys just recently put out a study saying if they increase fast food wages to $15 an hour, as these union guys want, that even just in fast food, we would lose almost 500,000 jobs.
Well, that's right. I mean, I think that is right. I mean, you look at the current minimum wage of $7.25, taking it up to $15. I mean, that's a 107% jump. And I haven't even seen, liberal economists who are really willing to defend that. And I mean, I think it's, these are the sort of wage demands that are brought to us by the same people who 20 or 30 years ago would have been telling us that, having 500 pages of work rules was a good way to run an auto company. I mean, it's not serious. And I think what we're seeing is that, labor's not even willing to defend the idea that these are grassroots strikes anymore. I mean, they're acknowledging, yeah, we're kind of backing this. I think at the end of the day, I think it's pretty clear that this is kind of another corporate campaign in disguise, just trying to demonize an industry that labor would like to get its hands on.
Okay, Alan, if his group's is right when they say that raising the wage would instantly cut 500,000 jobs, are you willing for more poor people to be out of work so that the ones remain working can earn more money?
Well, I don't necessarily buy that they're all going to be out of work. First of all, it doesn't have to be $15. You have to raise it from $7.50. You don't have to double it. Maybe somewhere in between is a better number. Furthermore, half of the people on assistance, half the people in the fast food workers are on assistance, costing $7 billion a year. So it's costing the taxpayer money because a lot of these people don't make enough money to support themselves and they're getting government assistance anyway.
But if I'm not earning enough and I need government assistance, why don't I just go get a better job? If it turns out that
it's so easy, just go get a better job. There aren't that many better jobs necessarily available, or these people necessarily trained to get better. You say it like just snap your fingers and get a better job, like it's that easy.
But if we raise the minimum wage, Michael, up to $15 an hour, aren't we going to basically incentivize French fry shovelers not to bother getting a better job?
Well, I think what you're going to do is you're going to see what happened at, fast food locations in European countries where the minimum wage is close to that high. They're going to opt for sort of self-service, checkouts, places where you place your order on a computer. And I mean, I think it's telling that Alan would go to that talking point. I mean, the study he's referencing is from a union-backed think tank at the Labor Center at UC Berkeley. Here's the thing. I mean, we can either provide partial support for employees in the fast food industry, or we can provide 100% subsidy when we raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, and they can't find work anymore. And I think that's an unrealistic alternative, and that's why we have programs like the Earned Income Tax Credit that provide subsidies in a smart way.
You're talking too long. Let Alan get in there.
They're being subsidized anyway because so many of these people are on food stamps. I'm saying 15 might be high, but somewhere in between might be a better number, and you have to do something about it. You can't just have these people live on barely subsistence wages.
One last thing, though. Right after the Detroit ruling, and the unions want to appeal, and now Illinois, aren't the unions kind of going to have to sit down and start negotiating real cuts in these ridiculous government pensions?
Well, and maybe at some point, but you can't then take stuff away from people that they already been promised once they started their job.
We do it in the private sector all the time. Why can't you?
You make a contract with a worker.
And it turns out that our business went to hell. This idea that government workers' pensions are inviolate and untouchable, yet in the private sector, all pensions are
that's wrong, too. And this anti-government attitude that some people on the right have is ridiculous. These people deserve what they were told they would get when they went to take their job. I got to tell you,
I think the anti-business attitude that government has is hurting us a lot more than the anti-government attitude that business has.
We're rapping. It's the workers who don't make enough money.
Hey, thanks very much, Alan Colmes. You're a good sport. Thank you, Michael Saltzman.
Hey, thanks a lot.
And the congressional